Hi, I'm your host, Montel Williams, and on today's Military Makeover Operation Career, we are bringing you 3 remarkable stories about veterans and active duty military individuals who've experienced the support from companies that understand the value they bring to their organizations. Today we start in Utah's Wasatch Mountain Range, which defines the region with high desert, rivers, and reservoirs, and red rock, and forests stretching across the state. Salt Lake City is one of the happiest cities in the country, and it's also patriotic and veteran-friendly. See for yourself.
My name is Gary R. Harder. I'm the Executive Director for the Utah Department of Veterans and Military Affairs. We help veterans file their claims and work with the VA. We help them with their educational pursuits. We help them get jobs. We sponsor and fund various veterans jobs fairs that we hold across the state throughout the entire year. And we have a great educational program for those who are using their GI Bill and they run out of money. We have a gap funding program where we can ensure that they can complete their bachelor's degree in their chosen field. We have folks who come from across the country and across the world who come here to Utah to take advantage of our wonderful recreational opportunities that we have. 14 different ski resorts within our state, 5 national parks, 43 state parks. We have opportunities for camping and hiking and mountain biking, and many of the venues from the 2002 Winter Olympics are still being used today. So whatever your interests are, we can accommodate that in beautiful Utah. We have an amazing business community throughout Utah. We've been fortunate to be recognized by Forbes and the Kaufman Reports and the U.S. News and World Reports for great things, for business and careers, for places where young professionals want to be, for our education that we have throughout Utah. Our business community wants to hire veterans. They want to hire those who currently serve. They want to hire their family members here. They recognize the skill sets that they have, that they've earned through their military experiences, and they want that in their companies. And our veterans unemployment rate is below the overall unemployment rate in Utah. One of our fastest growing sectors we have in Utah is information technology. We call it Silicon Slopes. The defense and aerospace industry in Utah grew up around Hill, our Air Force base in northern Utah. Overall, it employs over 43,000 people across our great state and contributes $9.2 billion to our economy. The Utah National Guard, both Air Force and the Army, have about 7,500 members. They have some of the highest performing mission sets that the Air Force and the Army have. We have the 19th Special Forces Group. We have air refuelers, attack helicopter battalions within our state. Linguistics, the only one that they have in the entire military, is right here in Utah. Utah has a diverseness of topography, from the beautiful mountains in the north to the red rocks that are down in southern Utah. We're an hour and a half of flight time out of California. We have an international airport that has over 180 direct flights daily all across our great country. We have tremendous educational opportunities in Utah at our universities and colleges. We have top-notch research universities, Utah State University and the University of Utah. We have private universities, Brigham Young. We have Westminster College. We have regional universities. They all have tremendous academic programs and athletic programs to include the University of Utah, which is in the Pac-12. We're fortunate to have one of the best performing VA medical centers right here. They're connected with the University of Utah Medical Center, and that just provides tremendous health care. We have networks throughout our entire state as well. We have a patriotic state that supports veterans and military and their family members. We have a Utah first-time homebuyers program specifically for veterans that they can receive money at time of closing. If they make a commitment on Utah, we're going to make a commitment on them.
I'm Caitlin Bugnaski, and I stayed home with my boys and also work part-time from home.
Shane Bugnaski, I'm an account manager for a software company. I was born in upstate New York. When I was very young, I moved to New Hampshire, and that's basically where I spent most of my life. When I went to college, I went to West Point, and that's what started my Army career. So I spent 4 years at West Point and about 9 years in the military. We were stationed together for 3 or 4 years in Colorado and just love the outdoor activity that Park City has to offer.
I grew up as an Army brat, so my dad was in the Army for about 41 years. So we grew up moving all over the place, and I really loved it. I loved finding new places. It was like an adventure for us, when we were younger. But it's funny because no place ever felt like home, really, because we moved so much. So it was just kind of wherever my family was. And this is the first geographical place that I've ever lived that really just felt like this is where I belong. And specifically the community here in Park City. It's an amazing place to raise kids, great schools, close to a major city, and we love everything that Utah has to offer.
The access to the outdoors here is incredible, right? We're within a few minutes of some of the best skiing and mountain biking in the whole country, so it's a really cool community.
There are obviously some indoor activities. To be honest, our boys would rather be outside regardless of the weather, so we're outside a lot. But yeah, they love doing crafts, arts and crafts in the basement. They love reading. They love just playing. The amount of imaginative games that they will come up with when left to their own devices for a couple hours in the basement is amazing. And as a former teacher, I also love seeing that because seeing their imaginations come through is really fun. We're very close. We can walk here in probably 2 minutes right out the back door of our house. And when you have 3 boys, ages 7, 6, and 3, you need to get as much energy out as possible. So it's great, and Park City has a ton of parks all over, so there's probably 3 or 4 similar to this that we can walk to in a short amount of time right from our house. But it's great, gets the kids outside. I'm a big believer in kids getting a lot of outdoor nature time, so we love having all the parks close by.
We just are coming out of the fall sports season, so we've been on some baseball teams, some soccer teams, and then they love to get out and bike and kind of take it all in. It's a little bit of everything. There's a lot of climbing and jumping and running in general.
There are so many great reasons to move to Utah, but I think the biggest one is right behind me.